Tonight, the Dallas Mavericks completely destroyed the Washington Wizards 130-108, and although it was the Washington Wizards, they're not a good team, arguably the worst team in the NBA, maybe even worse than they were last season. There were some bright spots from tonight's game that we can be happy about. Be happy that the fact that we're not sliding any lower in the Western Conference standings, happy at the fact that Klay Thompson set in a crazy first quarter three-point barrage for the Dallas Mavericks, and we could also be happy for the fact that Max looked absolutely amazing off the bench, as well as our new center, Kyler Kelly, getting some run in the fourth quarter. So in this video, we're going to take a look at what happened in tonight's game, what went right, what went wrong, and of course, who stood on business. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 17,088 subscribers. We are so close to 18K, only like 900 and some subs to go. But if you're enjoying everything that we're doing here at Mavericks Digest with our live streams, our watch-alongs, our news vids, and everything else in between, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But, like I said, tonight's game was against the Washington Wizards, arguably the worst team in all of basketball. Might go down as one of the worst teams in NBA history, but it was still a game that we had to take serious. We don't want to slide any lower in the rankings in the Western Conference. We are still without our key players like Luka Doncic, Derrick Lively, no Najee Marshall. So the Dallas Mavericks have to get these wins where they come, and our track record for the season shows that sometimes we do lose to the worst teams in the league, and sometimes we somehow beat the best teams in the league. But tonight's game was different. We had a game where Klay Thompson hit 7 threes in the first quarter. Was absolutely electric, and it looked like we were actually trying to find Klay, set up plays for Klay. Something that we've talked about a lot over the last several games is that we are not getting Klay involved in the offense. There were too many games where he had less than maybe 6 or 7 shot attempts for the full game. But that was completely different in tonight's game. In the first quarter, we looked to find Klay each and every time that we could, got him set up, and he was knocking down those threes. It was absolutely amazing. Tied the franchise record for the most threes in a quarter with Luka Doncic, who also hit 7 threes in a quarter against the Clippers just a few years ago. And that was one of the big bright spots in tonight's game. Another bright spot was the fact that we had a 30-point lead almost the entire game. We had 40 points in the first quarter, but the moment that we really held that 30-point lead, it never really went away. Yeah, the Wizards tried to come back, didn't really matter. That 30-point lead held on strong, and it was thanks to the efforts of PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, Spencer, who wasn't really shooting the ball a lot, but was facilitating, finished the game with 9 assists, but most importantly, Max, who off the bench was absolutely electrifying. 20 points, tying his career high in points, was amazing. And in that Boston game where he only played 3 minutes, he really came into this game doing all the right things. Scoring, passing, defending, fighting for loose balls, not giving up on the plays, creating an extra play after a miss, doing all the small things, having so many intangibles. He's starting to look like an amazing role player for the Dallas Mavericks, and while everybody's injured, it looks like Max will continue to get time and time again to prove what he can do for this team as we're trying to make a push to the playoffs. But if we take a look at the box score right here, I'm all over the place. PJ Washington had 19 points, 1 block, 2 steals, 3 assists, 9 rebounds, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, and 9 of 14 from the floor. Daniel Gafford had 18 points with 5 blocks, 3 assists, 8 rebounds, was 8 of 13 from the floor. Kyrie Irving had a very off night, I guess, but it also didn't feel like Kyrie was trying really. Not like he needed to. It was a 30-point blowout. Kyrie can just go out there and run around for all I care. But he did finish with 13 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 of 6 from 3, and 4 of 9 from the floor. And Spencer Dinwiddie had 6 points, 2 steals, 9 assists, 3 rebounds, was 2 of 2 from 3, and 2 of 3 from the floor. Wasn't really shooting, only took 2 threes, mainly passing and facilitating, which helped us win this game. And Klay Thompson had an amazing game. Captain, my captain. Captain Klay. Klay Moore is what they call him. Had 23 points, 1 block, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 7 of 12 from the 3, and 8 of 15 from the floor. Looked absolutely amazing. And I had to say on Twitter, he looked like he turned the clock back. He doesn't look 35. He looked 25 out there. And on top of the 7 threes, he was also facilitating. He was finding amazing passes to guys, getting other guys points as well. Klay Thompson, not only is he able to just get points for himself, he's generating points for other players. And again, it's the Wizards. What is there to be happy about? It's the fact that we didn't lose. That's what we could be happy about. And the fact that guys looked good tonight. And after a string of ups and downs over the last month, it's good to get a game where we just obliterate the opponent. And off the bench, BBL Morris got 12 minutes of play, had 2 points and 1 rebound. And Max, that lethal weapon off the bench in 25 minutes, had 20 points, 1 assist, 5 rebounds, was 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from 3, and 7 and 11 of the floor. He's looking a lot better. Every single time he plays, he looks like he's getting better and better. The intangibles are there. The IQ is there. He does all the right things. But it's all starting to come together, shooting 50% from the floor, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 7 of 11 from the floor. Is just amazing. I mean, his defense is obviously there, creating turnovers, creating extra plays, getting stops for the team. Max is doing amazing things on the floor. Honestly, things I'm not seeing from anybody else. Diving for loose balls, just always there, not giving up on the play. You're not getting that from anybody but Max, and I'm glad we got a player like Max. Kessler Edwards also had a great game. In 23 minutes, had 7 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 7 rebounds. Was 1 of 2 from 3 and 2 of 3 from the floor. Wasn't really that much of a threat on offense, but on defense, Kessler Edwards was everywhere, and he looked pretty good. And Kyler Kelly, in his NBA debut, only played the last 8 minutes of the fourth quarter, but I don't think that we really expected much more. Obviously, we were up by 30. I thought, hey, we could put him in there, see what he looks like. But obviously, it's his first game with the team. No real formal practice. Don't want to really throw him out into the wolves, even if it's just the Wizards. But in 8 minutes, he did have 1 point and 4 rebounds, shooting 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Didn't get any attempts at the rim. He did try to dunk a few times, a few missed passes, but honestly, he did a lot of the small things like setting good screens, spacing the floor, getting in the paint, trying to fight for rebounds. All the small things that look good for someone who spent the majority, if all of his career, in the G League. Quentin Grimes in 25 minutes had 9 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds, shooting 3 of 6 from 3 and 3 of 8 from the floor. Brandon Williams in 8 minutes had 0 points, but he did have 6 assists and 1 rebound. And Jaden Hardy, only 13 minutes, however, he did have 12 points and 1 rebound, shooting 2 of 4 from 3 and 5 of 8 from the floor. And like I said, this wasn't a game where we can just be like, yo, the Mavericks, we're back. We're just doing crazy things. I can't believe what happened. It's the Wizards. We got to taper our expectations. They are a horrible team, one of the absolute worst. We'll go down in history as one of the worst. But the Mavericks need this win to prevent ourselves from sliding even further down in the Western Conference, trying to find a good hold until Luka, Lively, Najee, and the rest of the guys come back so we can continue to win games, try to get that 6th, maybe 5th seed, and go off into the playoffs. But if we got to talk about who stood on business, to me, it's very, very difficult because I think it belongs to 2 players. I can't just pick just one. Obviously, you got to give it to Klay Thompson for hitting 7 threes in the first quarter, setting the tone, not wasting any possession that we gave him. Every time we gave him the ball, he knew what to do. A little bit of hesitation on a few shot attempts, but overall, Klay Thompson looked good. But also, we got to give it to Max. The fact that off the bench, 20 points, was diving for loose balls. Like I said, never giving up on a play, looking for an extra man, creating plays for other people. Max is starting to look like a Swiss Army knife himself, maybe taking a little bit of his game from Najee, but overall, he's looking like that defensive wing that we need, and potentially that backup power forward that we've all been looking for. But if we take a look right here, like I said, Klay Thompson, 7 threes in the first quarter, absolutely on fire. Exactly what we needed. It's the Wizards. I wish we did this against the Celtics or any other top team in the upcoming days. We are going to see the Cavaliers, so hopefully we get something like this again from Klay. Hopefully we can keep him going these upcoming games. Regardless, it was still nice to see. But the last thing I want to show you guys this right here is that boy Max. Absolutely amazing. 20 points, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, shooting 7-11 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 0 turnovers, only 1 personal foul, and 3 offensive rebounds. You guys see the numbers. Max was amazing tonight. And I understand it was against the Washington Wizards, so who doesn't look good against the Wizards? But it is a nice little break in the monotony of up and down games, even though we did beat the Thunder twice. We did lose to the Celtics. Like I said, in the upcoming days, we are going to see the Cavaliers. We do have a stretch of games where we are up against some of the lesser talent in the league. So let's get these wins where they come. Hopefully, when Luka comes back, we can actually get wins against better teams. Tonight, the Boston Celtics lost to the Houston Rockets. So that right there shows you that there's a lot of other talent in this league other than the Boston Celtics that we have to be worried about. But after tonight's game, let's just be happy we got the dub. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think that Max and Klay Thompson stood on business? Do you think it was someone else? Do you think this is a game we can celebrate? Let's have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far to the video. Make sure you check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a giveaway every single month on this channel. Only way to enter our giveaways is to become a channel member of any tier. But until next time, y'all take care, drink water. Peace.